Welcome to New Era Astrology. Today's discussion is about the full moon which is happening on 13th or 14th of March 2025, and it is lunar eclipse as well. This eclipse may or may not be visible from your place, but it still affects all of us depending on our personal birth chart. So this is happening on the last degree, that is 29th degree of Leo and Aquarius axis. So moon will be in Leo and sun will be in Aquarius. So we have already discussed that this 29th degree suggests some kind of completion, plus full moon also suggests some kind of completion. So when moon is in Leo, Leo is a very self-focused creative energy. So that may suggest that it could be end of our past tendencies of focusing on our own self-centeredness, and moving towards more sensitive and empathetic approach towards others by initiating or participating into some humanitarian causes or social causes within a group. So this suggests this could be our collective path for our soul's progress. We will be working within a group towards this cause, and we will be very much aware of our own unique personality and our own unique contribution to it. We will be self-aware and we will have emotional clarity as well. Our approach will be progressive as well as pragmatic, both at the same time, because we will also know what kind of challenges we are going to face during this project or in this group or community. So we will bring in some self-discipline to it so that we can overcome the challenges. And overall, there could be a sensitive or serious tone to our emotions. And there is also possibility that some of us might get some leadership position or authority for this project. And there is another possibility as well for this eclipse, what kind of outcome this eclipse can have, because many planets have come together and there will be a blending of different energies together. So that suggests that this combination of planets, where we will have to ground our inspiration or structure our creativity or our emotions to achieve something greater. So for example, that could be writing a book or a poem or creating some artwork or a painting. And for that we will need to bring in some self-discipline, like for example setting aside some fixed time or studying some subject or something like that. So this eclipse could be mystical or magical also for some of us, but for that we need to ground our inspiration with some discipline. So our emotions could be high, but we will have to control them, structure them, and put it into a creative work which will be solid foundation for our creativity. So next important update is about Venus retrograde. Venus has retrograde on 2nd of March, and it will be until 13th of April. So Venus retrogrades every 18 months for 1.5 month around, and this time it is retrograding in Pisces, where she is considered as exalted. So Venus is the planet of relating to others, cooperating with others, finding a common ground in all relationships, maybe romantic or love relationship, friendships, and in our social life. She gives us desire for harmony in all relationships. She also gives us our values. So what value we put on and how we value ourselves, what is our self-worth. And also she gives us urge to attract others or to be attractive, or what we find attractive in others. So in general, Venus is related to all women. So because Venus is a planet of beauty on all senses, physical or aesthetic sense, and it also shows our artistic capability expression. She also rules banking, financial institutions, art galleries, films, fashion, glamour, cosmetics, jewelry, and all this, anything related to beauty and art. So Venus rules Taurus and Libra, both are very creative signs, and as I said, Venus is exalted in Pisces. So when she is in retrograde motion, people who have Taurus and Libra ascendant, or their sun or moon in Libra or Taurus, or Pisces is highlighted in their chart, those all people will feel the effect very clearly. So whenever any planet is retrograde, it goes inward. For example, instead of relating with others, we might just reevaluate our relationships. So we will reevaluate our values also, based on which we form different relationships. So we will think about our self-worth as well. And because of this introspective mood, our choices about new relationships, or choosing some jewelry, cosmetic, beauty treatment, or any other beauty product, that might go wrong, and later we might think that this was not good choice. So during this period, it is advisable that we should not try any new look, kind of hair color, hairstyle, or any cosmetic treatment, or any cosmetic surgery kind of thing, because later on our opinions and our choices will change about that. This is also not a good time to commit into any love or romantic relationship, or even get married during this period. But we can date or spend time together, knowing each other, or evaluating our future together. But it is not a good time to give any kind of commitment in the relationship. This is a good time to re-evaluate our financial goals and situations. A good aspect about this retrograde period is that you might suddenly meet your past partner, old partner, or past love, which can come back in your life if that's what pleases you. Or even you can bump into your woman friend whom you haven't met for a long time. So that could be a pleasant surprise. And for artists, it could be a good period for deep creative reflection, or refine old creative project. When Venus is retrograding in Pisces, that means our focus could be re-evaluating our relationships based more on spiritual values or on idealistic values. So I would suggest, don't initiate any action, just observe our emotions and our thoughts, because we are not sure what exactly we want in that relationship. So this is all about Venus retrograde. So next update is about Mercury retrograde. Mercury is retrograding on 15th March, immediately next day of the full moon. And it will be retrograding until 7th of April in Pisces only, and almost on the same degree as Venus went retrograde. So Venus and Mercury both will be conjunct in retrograde phase in Pisces. So that is important thing. So what will happen during this time? So we will be re-evaluating our finances and business goals. There could be delay or miscommunication in relationships or in financial matter, or there could be sudden opportunities from past client or from past projects. So now Mercury in Pisces can be greatly imaginative and intuitive, but it could also be creating some foggy situation or confusion in our mind. So that time we need to be careful and double check the facts and details in any contract or in any communication while writing email or messages on WhatsApp. So just double check those. Mercury rules all sorts of communication and communication devices as well. So it also rules all electronic devices also. It rules our speech, language, writing. It represents our rational mind, Then it represents transportation, all sorts of connections, networking, all socialization, all communication devices, and it also represents our siblings as well. Mercury also represents trade and commerce, so all sorts of businesses, contracts, everything it rules. So when Mercury goes retrograde, our focus related to all these things goes inward. So this is a good time for any kind of research project or analyzing the work. So if we want to start or sign any contract or start any project, then this is not a good time, but we can do all the research and analysis about that project, and later on we can start the project after Mercury goes direct. So this is not a good time for signing any contract or any big purchasing of any electronic items, as we will not be in our usual alert mode where we use our rational mind. But we can do all sorts of product comparison and come up with the final decision, but delay the purchases. That will be good, because there is a chance that during that time, if we buy something, those things or items what we have bought may not be as per our expectation. But still, if you have some emergency to buy certain things, electronics or big purchases, I would suggest that keep the receipt, see the return policy or replacement policy upfront before you purchase anything, so that if in case you want to return that item, then you can do that easily. So another thing is there could be delays or issues in our travel. So for example, we might just forget the most essential items while traveling, like forgetting the ticket or boarding pass or something like that, or miss our flight or bus or train, whatever we are traveling through. So double check everything if we are traveling during that period. So the thing is that the effect of retrograde, any retrograde, is never serious or fatal, but it is irritating or embarrassing, and we just get irritated because of our some mistakes or some ignorance. So that kind of effect it has. Similarly, there could be some miscommunication or difficulties during communication, but this is a good time to repair any electronic item. And also, this is a good period when we can reconnect with our siblings or old friends, and that could be a very surprising and pleasant for us. So this is all about Mercury retrograde. I hope it will help you. If you liked the video, hit the like button, share with your family and friends, and subscribe to channel. And if you like to have more personalized reading, then you can contact us on Instagram. Thank you so much.